Hi guys, happy Sunday. Good to see ya. Um, I've had a hell of a week. It's been super busy at work, and I worked yesterday for 6 hours. That was a lot, but I get Thursday and Friday off, and that makes me happy. Tomorrow I work 10 hours, so it's gonna be exhausting. So I hope everybody's doing all right. I'm gonna go ahead and read chapter 48. Um, I might read a couple chapters. We'll see. But yeah. So, chapter 48 is called The Tangled Web. This was a Tuesday, day 207, and the quote is by Renata Suzuki. It says, "Though I never really had you, to me, you always be the one who got away." Okay. It's 5 a.m. I slept for 3 hours. This sucks. I was actually sleeping better. I'm feeling so shitty. My stupid heart is aching, and I'm so sad. Heartbreak sucks. It's so damn painful. I feel betrayed and expendable yet again. Maybe Constance was right. Maybe I'm just destined to be alone. Who knows? I was making a basket for Valentine's Day for Helga. All of her favorite things. She loves the capuchin. I bought her stickers, socks, and slippers. I was painting her a personalized pusheen with a little heart and a bunch of her favorite candy, all in a cute cat basket that looks like her cat that she loves, with a bunch of cat toys for her cat. It was going to be really cute. What an asshole. I have to return everything and throw away the damn start of the painting. I'm so damn sad and so damn angry, and I feel like a fool for letting her into my heart. Never again. I allowed her back in my life. I thought she had changed after all these years. The only way she changed is into more of an asshole. I hope she's feeling miserable. Side note here. That hope of change with narcissists is a continuing pattern for us survivors. They don't change ever. They don't change. So please, please, please. Like, there's unicorns out there, but yours is not the unicorn. Promise. Okay? She did it to herself. Such an asshole. I need to write. I need to get back into the timeline. I need to get my head off of Helga. I have to go back and read and figure out where we were. All right. So I just had Gage. I was still in California at the faux father's house. One night, I went to the computer. There was an email from Adia. It was sexually explicit in nature. She basically said she wanted me and that she was ready for a physical relationship with me, but it was more than that. I knew instantly that Kaneki had finally come clean. She now realized that I wasn't upset or jealous because of Kaneki. She had thought that I had wanted him, and that she had swooped in and taken him, for the lack of a better term. And he must have broken and told her the truth. Once she knew my true feelings, that's when I received this email. So of course I thought she was reciprocating my feelings. She finally knew. I thought she finally understood. I emailed her back, "I'm coming to see you." She emailed me back, "Okay." I booked a flight. I stayed with Ivan Sr. and family. The sexual tension between Adia and I could be cut with a knife. Our hearts racing when we first embraced, trembling. Neither one of us could help it. She wanted Kaneki and I to reconcile. I was super hesitant about that. But she seductively convinced me. So we all ended up at Kaneki's house yet again with copious amounts of alcohol. Gage was with Ivan Sr. and family. They assured me it was in good hands. And to go out for the whole night. They had it covered. Screw it. I would need alcohol to deal with this mess. And seeing Kaneki was awful. I hated his stupid face. Now, I am super dense when it comes to signals, so I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. I think they were expecting something sexual between the three of us that night. And I had no intention of letting that happen. I found Kaneki repulsive. Under no circumstances was that going to happen. I remember Adia and Kaneki showing me photographs, and there was one of Adia seductively crawling across the floor that they kept trying to get me to look at. Nope. I couldn't look. I couldn't handle that. Kaneki had taken that photograph. It broke my heart. I hated thinking about the two of them together. It was torture. I couldn't take it. I had to get away. They didn't understand. I went out to the patio, beer and cigarettes in hand, sat down, chugged the beer, lit a cigarette, and tried to maintain my composure through blurry eyes, willing the tears not to betray me. Adia came outside. Kaneki stayed inside. She closed the front door. I don't think she understood what I was feeling, but I think she knew I was uncomfortable. I think she saw the tears in my eyes. She sat down and then got closer. She crawled over to me, went to kiss me, and I had to turn my head to burp because of the damn beer I chugged. It cut the tension. That's so gross. We both started cracking up. That silliness of our friendship had been lacking so damn much. It was a really funny moment and turned into a really sweet moment, and we shared our first more than friends kiss. It was beautiful. I was completely gone, completely lost in that kiss. I had waited for years for that kiss, but it was soft, but filled with longing. We went back inside and began drinking more. A stupid grin plastered on my face. At one point, we were in the kitchen, Kaneki in the living room. There was a wooden partition separating the two. Adia met me in the kitchen, pushed me up against the partition, and kissed me hard, passionately. Holy shit. She stopped abruptly, looked at me playfully, took a shot, and headed back to the living room. My knees buckled. Damn, woman. The flirtation, the sexual tension, the trying not to stare. It was intense. We finally found ourselves back on the patio, cigarettes in hand. It was too much. I asked her if she could somehow get rid of Kaneki. I needed to be alone with her. She gave me a sly grin, shook her head yes. Kaneki came out to the patio shortly after. I still can see his stupid face. He totally thought he was going to get lucky with us both that night. Dream the fuck on, Kaneki. I watched as Adia gave a Meryl Streep level performance. It actually freaked me out. How many times had she pulled this with me, and I had no idea I was being manipulated? I filed that away. It was important. She made a show of having a horrific headache. Kaneki offered to run to the house and get her pain medication. She asked what type of pain medications he had. He listed them off. Tylenol, ibuprofen, Advil. She asked him if he had a leave, I think it was. He said no. She insisted that was the only pain medication that worked on her. Her performance intensified. Her eyes narrowed. Now it seemed to be progressing into a migraine. Head now in hands. Moans of pain. Damn, she was really going for it. I was trying so hard not to laugh. Kaneki was concerned. He offered to run to the store to get a leave. She nodded and thanked him. She kept the charade up even after he drove away on his motorcycle. I became concerned. Are you okay? She took her head out of her hands and gave me the slyest grin. Damn. That was hella manipulative. I really needed to watch out for that. She was way too good at it. But I was so smitten, none of it mattered in the moment. I asked her to go inside with me. She held my hand as we went in the living room. We ended up on the floor, fully making out, so into the moment that neither of us heard Kaneki's motorcycle pull up. Whoops. We were both half dressed when he walked in the door. What the hell is happening here? He said, half laughing, half angry. Adia dressed herself, dressed me, and ran into the bedroom. He followed her. I sat on the couch. I was drunk as hell. And though perhaps I should have, I did not feel sorry. Not in the slightest. If Kaneki had been honest, if he hadn't used my feelings, and I'm sure my words, to swoop in and get Adia in bed, none of this shit would have happened. I loved her. Completely. He knew that. I was not sorry. Screw that. He had never shown concern for my feelings. I wasn't going to waste my empathy on him. I was ready to walk home. I'd done it before. I didn't drive there. Adia had picked me up. But I was exceptionally intoxicated, and it was a hell of a lot further than 8 miles. Kaneki drove me back to Ivan Sr.'s house. We pulled up in front. I didn't say a word. I just got my belongings and left. I heard him give an exasperated sigh as I exited the car. He was waiting for an apology. Fat chance, asshole. Guess no threesome tonight, huh? Jerk. The next night, Adia came to Ivan Sr.'s house. We agreed not to drink that night. I was taking care of Gage. She wouldn't come near me. She couldn't trust herself enough to even sit on the same couch as me. I kept teasing her that I was going to sit right up next to her. She kept blushing. It was really cute. Okay, funny story time. Funny for you, not for me. I was sitting on the couch. On the love seat sat Adia. I was wearing navy blue running pants with a white stripe down each side of the legs, and buttons going down the white stripes, basically breakaway running pants, and a white tank top. I remember that distinctly. I was holding Gage. Remember, He was maybe a few weeks to a couple of months old. I suddenly felt something crawling up my leg. Fast. I caught it at my kneecap, trapped it with my hand. It flailed and wriggled, desperate to escape. Centipede, scorpion, I freaked out. Adia, take the baby! Take the baby! She sat there for a few beats. I desperately searched her eyes. Please. She took Gage from my arms. I bolted into the bathroom with the damn thing still cupped in my hand at my kneecap. The moment I was in the bathroom, I ripped those breakaway pants off, and nothing. It was gone. I frantically searched the bathroom. There was nothing. I dressed, walked out of the bathroom perplexed. Where had it gone? I searched the carpet on the way back to Adia and Gage. Adia looked at me with utter confusion. I told her what had happened. We were both freaked out. What the hell was it? Where the hell did it go? Gage was asleep. I went in and laid him in his playpen, went back into the living room, turned on the lights. Ivan Sr. loved animals. He had cats, dogs, lizards, snakes, ferrets. The house was basically a zoo. He had a litter of kittens that were a few months old. Thanks to the light, we were finally able to see what was going on. The kittens were going crazy, batting things all over the carpet. There must have been a half-dozen water bugs. Huge, ugly, cockroach-looking, nasty bugs. I don't know what the hell they were, but they were huge, fast, and disgusting. Eddie and I flipped out when we realized one had crawled up in my pants. I was horrified, as was Adia. She grabbed her purse to leave. You're gonna leave me with these? She stared at me. Fair, I conceded, and she left for the night. Yuck. Absolutely disgusting. But enough time has gone by that I can laugh now. So gross, but also so fucking hilarious. The ripping of and shaking out of the pants. Too fucking funny. Okay, I'm gonna stop the video here. I'll do another one. I'll be right back.